Hello everyone. So in this video series we'll be creating a simple mini blog with Laravel and vuejs. So this is how the final application will look like. When you log in, so this is the home page of the blog. It's just a mini blog. So you see all the posts that have been posted, and you can go to the next page, page 2, page 3. So you can click to view a post. When you view a post, if it's not your post, you have the option to like and share the post like this. You can like and share the post, and when you like it, it increments. And you can also go to a user's profile, and when you go to the profile, you can see the image, his name, the email, his posts, and you have the option to follow the user like this. Okay, so when you click on your own post, okay, I'm logged in as Kenny. When you click on your own post, so this is my post here, you have the option to edit the posts over here. So so you can see the post has been updated. And you can also go to your profile from here. I haven't designed it very well, so that's why it's looking like this. So this is Kenny's profile. In your profile, you have the option to change your image, and you see your posts and the posts that have been shared with you. So let's see how you can change the image. So let's try this image. So you can see the image has changed. So those are the main features of the blog. If there are other things, if there are other things to add, we'll add them as we go along. So this is it, and you can also add a post. Let's add a new post, new posts, new body. So you can see the new post we added, and to show you the name of the person that posted it, and this is the post, and let's view it. So you have the option to edit it. So you can see the post has been edited. So those are the main features of this app. Okay, so let's start since we've seen the app, how the final app will be. So let's start. So you will need a fresh installation of Laravel, and this is how you do it. You run this command, composer create project. You have to have composer installed on your system. So when you run this command, you pull a fresh installation of Laravel. Then you run npm install to install Vue dependencies. So that's how you get everything done. So I've done mine. So this is my project. So this is it. So let's set up the database. So we'll call it say my mini blog, and my password is root. I don't have a password. My username is root. So let's create my mini blog. Okay, let's create the database. A mini blog, that's what I called it. Okay, we've created it. Then the next thing we'll do, is to set up the authentication, and we'll be using the default Laravel authentication. And here's how we do it. In your command line, we'll run the command. I'm using VS Code, so I'm using the integrated terminal that comes with it. So in the command line, we run php artisan make ops, and this command will create a login page and a register page for us, and the routes with in fact it does all the scaffolding, as in we don't have to type any code. So after we've done that, the authentication, we'll edit the user migration file that comes by default. I want us to add some new fields for the image, a new field for the image, and this is how we'll do it. Sorry. And we'll call it image. Then after that, let's migrate. Okay, we've migrated successfully. Let's check the database. So you can see we have 3 tables. Let's see the users. You can see all the fields: ID, email, image, password. So let's save our application and start it. PHP artisan save. Okay, let's save it on ports. I think I'm using some of those ports. Let's save it on ports 8009. I think some of those ports are okay. That's done. So let's run it. Local host 8000. Okay, this is it. You can see the application here. So let's register a user. So this is the page that it created for us just by typing that line. So let's register a new user. Let's call him Harry. Email address will be harry@w.com. Password secrets. Oops, there was an error. Okay, it said field image doesn't have a default value. Okay, image doesn't have a default value. To solve this, here's how we'll do it. In your register controller, which is in HTTP controllers auth, you find a register controller. We'll do this. how we do it. Pick equal to, use a default image for all of them before they register. When you register, say image. Then in your users model, we add image to this array. And I also like us to create a folder where we'll store the images in our public. That's where we do it. We'll call the folder img. Okay, so let's register again. I hope it works this time. So it worked. We've registered and it logged us in automatically. So we are logged in. So next thing we'll do is to make the post model and migration, which is for the posts. So let's do that. So let's go php make model post with migration. Okay, so let's edit the migration file, add the fields we need. So first should be title, in fact we need just title and body. So that's it, just the title and body. Then we edit the model also. So that's it. The next thing will be to migrate it. Alright, so let's migrate php at some migrate. Alright, so let's check that out in the database. You can see the field is created, title, body. So let's insert some records that we'll have something to pull out. First post. Create another one. So if we've added two records in it. Okay, now we've inserted the post, so let's fetch this post. But before we fetch this post, we need to set up view. So that's what we'll do now. We'll do that in the app.js file. In this file here. So let's set up Vue.js. So this is how we do that. We import Vue. Let's start with Vue router. Okay. Okay, let's set up Vue. And before we start, I want you to run these commands: npm install Vue router and vuex to install those packages, because we'll be needing them. That's this. You run this on your command line. So that's done. So let's set it up. I've done mine already. So import Vue. Vue.use. So our first route will be components will be home. We haven't created that, but we'll do that now. And then name. So let's import this component. Okay, so after this, we say constant and register it here. Okay, so here should be router, not routes. So let's create this component home. Okay, so we created that. And we need to, because we're using this router view, we need to render it. I'll show you. The app.blade is the ID app. This is what it will be looking for. Okay, yield content. So I think this is the page, the page that the landing page when you log in. So here's how we'll do it. We'll comment this out. Over here we'll put router view. Sorry, dash. Alright. So let's run npm run dev to compile it. Or rather run watch. Okay, so our app has compiled. So let's test it. So you can see it's working, showing home over here. So that's good, pretty cool. So the next thing will be to fetch the posts in this component. So before we do that, I want there to be a relationship between the user and the post. That one user can have many posts. So we will define that in the user model or the post model. So the reason I'm doing this is so that when we fetch the post will come with the details of the user that created the post. So let's do that. We'll start with the user model. Okay, this is how we do it. We first create a relationship between the user and the posts and public function posts. This and what this means is that one user can have many posts. We'll create the same. We'll create. Okay. We'll do another. We'll create another one in the post model. User. Belongs to this built-in Laravel methods used for creating relationships. So this is how you do it, class. And what this means is that it means a post can belong to only one user. So it means a post can belong to only one user, and we also have to add the foreign key, which is the user ID. And we forgot to create that in the database, so I think we'll add that manually now. So let's add that manually. Okay, after body, user ID, and to be an int. Okay, let's create one more user so that we'll be able to test it out. Let's create one more user. Let's call him Jerry. Okay, so let's, so you can see the two users, ID 1 and 2. So that's good. Okay, so over here, let's keep this post ID user ID 1, and this one should be user ID 2. Okay, so when this home component is created, we want it to make an Axios call to the backend to fetch the posts. Sorry. Now I'm making this mistake. So when this component is created, we'll make an Axios call to the backend to fetch the posts, and we'll log it out in the console. So let's create this route in the web.php. Called it get posts, and we'll create a controller for it, posts controller at index. So let's create that controller now. Okay, created successfully. So let's go there. So this is it, and to be looking for a method called index. But first of all, there's something we need to do. We need to put a constructor which will have a middleware, so that anyone who is not authenticated cannot visit these routes. So I'll show you how we'll do that now. Okay, to add the constructor with the middleware, you go to your home controller.php file, and you see this file, this constructor here. Copy it, then paste it here. That way anybody that is not authenticated cannot visit these routes. So to fetch all the posts, we'll make use of the post model. So say here posts, and since we would need the name of the person that posted it, we'll do with, what this means is that we'll call that relationship that we created in the post model. If you can remember that this belongs to. Okay, to fetch all the posts with the user that created it, and then we're returning a JSON. So this is it, the constructor and the index. So let's test it out, see if it works. We are consoling, we are logging the response out. So let's test that and see if it works. So we have an error. Alright, so it says all does not exist. Okay, so the reason is because, so instead of all here we should use get. So let's see that in action. So you can see the result. You see what it returned. Return the post, and this is the user that created it. You can see the name and the email and its image. So after that, okay, so let's display the records that were returned. Okay, this is how we do it. See, after the response, say this dot, we'll create a variable called user equals to. So let's create that variable. So after that, let's display only the title of the post and the user that posted it. So it has to be in one component, one single div. So to display the title like this, we say, okay, instead of user, let's call it post. And sorry, because we have to look through those results. V4. Sorry. I need a key. So we look through it and display the title and the person that posted it, so that you'll be able to see the working of the relationships, eloquent relationships. So call it post dot title. user object dot name as it. So let's test it to see if it's working well. So title first post posted by Harry, title second post posted by Jerry. So we can see the working of the eloquent relationships. So I think we'll stop here. In the next video we'll continue. Thank you very much for watching.